The cruise line already knows which cabins nobody wants. And when you book wrong, that's exactly where you end up. A couple booked a balcony cabin for their 40th wedding anniversary, saved for months. They pulled back the curtain on embarkation day, and there was an orange lifeboat 3 feet from the glass. Full balcony price, ocean completely hidden. That's not a fluke. That happens on every sailing to people who didn't know what to check. I worked on ships for years, and I'm giving you 9 cabin mistakes today, the kind your travel agent won't mention. Even number 4 could save you a week of real misery. Stay to the end, because the final tip is what almost everyone misses. Let's get into it. 1. The guarantee trap. The worst cabin decision you can make doesn't involve a location. It's called a guarantee cabin, marketed as a deal. You pay for a category and the cruise line picks your exact room. What they don't tell you, they're filling those spots with whatever nobody else wanted. The connecting cabin next to a family of 5, the room under the pool deck, the far end of a 1,100-foot corridor when you've got bad knees. You get assigned weeks before departure, sometimes at the pier. No input, no recourse. On many sailings, the guarantee fare costs exactly the same as choosing your own cabin. The savings often don't exist. What does exist is the risk that every problem on this list lands on you by random assignment. If you need close elevators, quiet or stable midship, a guarantee removes your ability to plan for any of it. Always choose your exact cabin number. Pro tip: when booking, look for cabin guaranteed versus cabin selected. On many sailings, there's no price difference at all. Always pay to select. If the cruise line has been picking your cabin this whole time, hit like and subscribe. This is just the beginning of the insider knowledge. 2. Forward lower deck cabins. Now that you know never to let the cruise line choose, here's the first location to avoid yourself. Forward cabins on lower decks sit at the bow, and the bow is where the anchors live. When the ship drops anchor at a tender port, the chain runs through a locker at the front of the vessel and the sound travels straight through the hull. Not a gentle rattle. Passengers describe it as a freight train in the wall before 5 a.m. A first-time cruiser on Wonder of the Seas booked forward without checking the plan and described loud thumps and vibrations, like furniture falling, all night. She barely slept for a single excursion. The front also takes the full force of every wave, so motion peaks right there at the bow. For anyone with dizziness, inner ear sensitivity, or balance medications, that's a real fall risk. Midship, lower to mid-deck, most stable spot on any ship. No anchor noise, no wave impact. 3. Too far from the elevator. On modern megaships, a single deck can stretch over 1,100 feet. If your cabin sits at the far forward or far aft end of that corridor, you're looking at a 5-minute walk to the nearest elevator. Every meal, every excursion, every trip back from the pool. For someone with a bad hip, a replaced knee, or legs that tire faster than they used to, that walk accumulates across 10 or 14 nights into a real burden. The medical center on most ships sits on a lower deck, roughly midship. If something goes wrong at 3 a.m., a fall, a cardiac event, and your cabin is at the far end of a high deck, you are far from help when every minute counts. Book midship, within a few cabins of an elevator bank. Practical, quiet, and safe. Pro tip: on the deck plan, count cabin doors between your room and the nearest elevator bank. 5 or fewer is the sweet spot. More than 10 and you'll feel it by night 3. 4. Connecting door cabins. These look fine on the deck plan, that's exactly the problem. A connecting cabin has an interior door between your room and the one next to it, designed for families. The problem is when you're not the family. That door is not a wall. It carries every conversation, every crying child, every TV at full volume directly into your space with no soundproofing. In 2025, a passenger on Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas described constant crying and screaming at all hours from a family of 5 through his connecting door. He asked guest services to move him. No rooms. A retired teacher on a 10-night Mediterranean sailing had the same thing. 3 children under 8 on the other side for 10 nights. She said it was the loneliest holiday she'd ever had. These are the last cabins to sell, so guaranteed bookings land here by default. check your deck plan. If you see a small door icon between two rooms, request one without it in writing at booking. Pro tip: search your cabin number on Cruise Critic. Passengers flag connecting doors in their reviews. It's the fastest confirmation before you book. Ever been stuck in a bad cabin? Drop your story in the comments. Worst experience wins. The next three, what's above or below you, is silently wrecking your cruise. And it's not on any room description. 5. Below the pool deck. This catches more people than any other location. Cabins directly below the pool deck look great. Midship, good deck level, reasonable price. What the listing doesn't say, crew start work up there before sunrise. Pool chairs sit right on the Lido surface. Every morning from around 5:30 a.m., the crew drags, scrapes, and repositions hundreds of loungers across a hard deck directly above your ceiling. Pool music and DJ sets run all day. Deck parties or outdoor movies at night mean the noise doesn't stop until well after midnight. One grandmother on a 10-night sailing booked below the pool because it was cheaper, not realizing why it was cheaper. Chair scraping woke her every single morning. A couple in their late 60s on Royal Caribbean asked to move by day 4. No rooms available. Find the pool on the deck plan. Book at least 2 decks below it, midship, sandwiched between other cabin decks. No public space above or below. 6. Aft low deck engine cabins. Aft cabins on lower decks are sold on those wide, sweeping wake views. The view is real. The propulsion system directly beneath you is also real. Ship engines produce a constant low-frequency hum. At low speeds, it's faint. During port entry, exit, or rough weather, it becomes a deep vibration that buzzes through the floor, the bed frame, and up through your body while you sleep. You can't fix it with earplugs, you feel it. Disney Fantasy passengers wrote repeatedly on cruise forums that the aft vibration was so persistent they refused to ever book aft again. For anyone with tinnitus, low-frequency vibration makes it worse. For anyone with balance issues, subtle movement underfoot is a fall risk at night. Want the views? Mid to upper deck aft gives you the panorama without sitting on top of the engines. Pro tip: soot from engine exhaust also collects on lower deck aft balconies. If you have any respiratory sensitivity, that's one more reason to move the cabin higher or go midship. Think that's bad? The next spot looks like one of the best on the ship. The price even says so. 7. Above the nightclub. Bass from a live band, nightclub, DJ, or theater show doesn't travel through air. It travels through structure, through the floor, up through the deck, into your mattress. Earplugs don't fix it. On many Carnival ships, the cabins above the aft entertainment deck fall into what one veteran cruiser called the Bermuda Triangle of bad cabins. Nightclub base below, piano bar nearby, elevator bank outside the door, all running until 2 a.m. Theater decks mean rehearsals during the day and multiple shows at night. And because these spots are often suites and mini-suites, people book them without checking what's underneath. Look directly above and below your target cabin on the deck plan. Theater, nightclub, casino, live music bar. Move. Find a cabin with another cabin deck both above and below. That buffer is the most effective thing you can do for sleep. 8. Next to the galley. The ship's kitchen never closes. Cabins near the galley, that large, grey, unlabeled rectangle between dining rooms on the deck plan, sit next to industrial dishwashers, rolling food carts, clanging metal, and floor machines running from 3 to 5 a.m. A retired couple missed that grey block on the plan and heard chopping, carts, and industrial cleaning every night from 3 a.m. on their anniversary cruise. By morning 4, they were taking turns sleeping in the ship's library. Cooking oil, fry oil, and cleaning chemicals drift through vents too. For anyone with heightened smell sensitivity, more common with age and certain medications, it's relentless. Avoid any cabin where an unlabeled grey block sits between dining venues on the deck plan. Pro tip: any large unmarked grey space between restaurant areas on the deck plan is almost always the galley. It won't be labelled, that's intentional. Now you know what to look for. 9. Obstructed view cabins. This one stings differently. Not noise, not motion, just betrayal. Obstructed view cabins have a window or balcony blocked by a lifeboat, structural beam, or overhanging deck. Some are labeled, many aren't. Some cruise lines charge nearly the same rate as unobstructed cabins. You open that balcony door expecting open ocean, and you're staring at an orange lifeboat 3 feet from your face, sometimes with crew painting it and waving good morning. For anyone on a fixed income who saved for the balcony, that moment is devastating. Search your specific cabin number on Cruise Critic before booking, not just the category. Real passenger photos don't lie. A well-located interior cabin beats a poorly located balcony every single time. Final power tip. Pull up the ship's deck plan before you confirm your booking. Not the category page, the actual plan deck by deck. Check what sits directly above and below your cabin. Pool, theater, galley, nightclub, crew corridor, touching your floor or ceiling. Move. Search your specific cabin number on Cruise Critic for real passenger photos. And never book a guaranteed cabin if you have any specific needs. The cruise line isn't choosing for you. They're filling their problem inventory. If this saved you from a bad booking, hit like and subscribe. More insider knowledge every week. Drop cabin in the comments if you've ever been stuck in a terrible room. Or tell us which one you'd never book again.